Okay, make sure you've got a bit of space. It's really dark in here. I think it's that it's too bright to the point where it just makes the screen go weird. Okay, so just make sure you've got some space around you. You're just going to get some movement into the body. So take a nice deep breath in and stretch your arms up for me. As you exhale, bring them back and down. So we're just making circles with the arms. So feet planted on the floor, heels underneath your hips, draw your belly button in and keep your chest lifted. Head up. Yeah, that's it. Take some nice deep breaths in and exhale as you release the arms and bring them round. Good, okay, we're going to take it the other way now. So inhale, take them from the back to the front. Exhale, drop them back. So circles the other way now. That's it. That's it. Keep the chest lifted and your belly button pulled in. So we've got a nice strong core. Good, okay. Take your hands to your shoulders, elbows out, about in line with the shoulder. And we're just going to swing from side to side. So if you keep your hips square on, so hips facing towards me, feet still planted on the floor, so everything above your hips is twisting round. Keep the chest lifted and just take it side to side. Warming up our spine. Good, a couple more of those and then we're going to warm up the chest. So take your arms out in front of you, open them out wide, get a squeeze on the back of your shoulder blades and then close them. That's it, imagine you're scooping the air up and then you're pushing it away. That's it, and again, belly button is pulled in, chest is lifted. Now you can start off small with these movements and make them bigger if you want to. It's only a warm up. We're just trying to get nice and warm. Okay, we're going to take it into our lower body now. So take your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. And I might have to bring my screen down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing with my legs, but I'll try and explain it to you. We're going to bend one knee, push your hips back. So tip from the hips, keep your back neutral, belly button pulled in. Bend one knee, touch the floor, coming back to the center, come to the other side. That's it. If you don't want to go quite so low, don't worry about touching the floor. Just aim towards it, that's absolutely fine. So you're pushing your weight to one side, bending the knee. That leg, you get a nice stretch on the inside, and then we're coming over to the other side. Yeah, and when you're ready, I want you to take your arms out straight and just start to twist from the hips. Keeping both legs straight now. Yeah, that's it. So keep the chest open, stack one shoulder blade on top of the other when you're touching down. Good, okay, come all the way up to the top. Bring your feet in so that your heels are just under your hips. We're going to go for a squat. You can start off shallow and drop a little bit lower. So bum stops just before the knees. That's it. So your hip line is slightly above the knee line. That's it. Drive up through your heels and squeeze your glutes at the top. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the arms in. So we're going to straighten them up, reach for the ceiling as we sit down. Stand up, pull them back. That's it. Try not to tilt and let your chest drop down towards the floor. Keep the chest up, shoulder blades back and down. Forgot which way I was going then. And that's it. Drive it up. Good. Okay, take your feet out wide again for me. Reach down through the middle. Keep pressing your hips up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a walk over to the right hand side, over your right foot, and then walk it back into the center, take it over to the left. And just keep moving. When we're warming up, we don't want to be statically stretching our muscles because overdo it when they're cold and pull something. So we're just going to keep movement going. If you don't feel like reaching the floor, if you need to take a slight bend in your knee, that's absolutely fine. Good, okay, from here, we're going to keep our hands in the center. Toes turned out slightly. Make sure your knees are tracking the toes. And we're going to sit down so our bum is towards the floor. I'm going to put my screen down so you can see. That's it, you got it, Joss. So we're going to go from here to here. What you can do, link your hands together, push your palms together in the middle, use your elbows to push your knees away, so we're forcing those hips open, and then we're going to take the hands back to the floor, straighten our legs, push your hips up towards the ceiling, and then we're coming through again, bend the knees, take your bum down to the floor, so you're hovering just above it. As it, press your palms into the floor, that'll help you keep your balance. That's it, we're just going as low as it feels comfortable. And if you want a bit more, use your elbows to push the knees away. Yeah, that's it, draw in your breath. And exhale and lift the chest. We're going to do 2 more. That's it, sinking a little bit lower. 1 more time. Good, okay, from here, I want you to roll up nice and slowly. Imagine you're stacking your vertebrae one at a time, keeping space between them. Okay, where I get annoyed with my screen. We're going up and down onto the mat, and it's just never in the right place. Okay, if you're using a mat, come to the front of your mat. If you're not using a mat, doesn't matter. So socks or bare feet are fine. Okay, press the feet into the mat, slight bend in your knees, keep a soft knee, so we're not locking them out. We're going to take a deep breath in and extend the arms up. So start with your hands to heart center, take a deep breath in, draw the belly button into your spine. Nice deep breath in, and then exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold. Pull your chest towards the top of your thighs, breathe down the length of your legs. If you need to have a slight bend in the knee to enable you to get your palms on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Inhale, straighten your back and look up. Exhale, we're going to lunge the right leg back. Hold it here. Try and keep low, making sure that front knee isn't going over the toe. And then what we're going to do, we're going to drop that back knee, so that right knee, release the toe. And we are going to rotate our left arm up towards the ceiling. So we're stacking the shoulder blades, one on top of the other, open up the chest. That's it, hold it here and push your weight forward. You should get a really nice stretch down the front of the back hip. And also in this front hip flexor as well. Okay, bring your palm down, tuck your back toe under and push the knee off of the floor. We're going to step this front leg, this left leg, back in line with our back leg, and we're going to hold the plank. If you need to drop down to your knees here, that's absolutely fine, but keep your weight forward over your palms, so your hips and shoulders are in line. Squeeze the elbows in, start to bend them and drop your chest down, weight stays forward. Then hips come down last, then the thighs, and release the toes, look up. That's it. Push up through your palms. If you need to keep a slight bend in the elbow, that's absolutely fine. If it's too much for your lower back. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. Tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. So we're coming into the downward dog. Slide your shoulder blades back and down. Have a little look in that space between your hands. You're going to hold it here for a few breaths. So you take your time. See how far you can push into it. Aim to get those heels down towards the floor. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to lunge your right leg in. So if you need to, grab hold of the leg and physically pull the foot up to your hand, or just lunge it in if you can. Bring the left leg up to meet it. As we breathe in, we're going to draw the belly button back in. And we're going to start to stack our spine back up, one vertebrae at a time, making sure we keep space and length between them. Exhale at the top, and then we're going to go again on the left-hand side. So deep breath in, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. So trying to keep the legs straight, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling and pulling the chest in towards the top of the thighs. That's it, breathe down the length of your legs. Inhale, straighten your back, look up. Exhale, sink your hands back down, and we're going to lunge back the left leg this time. Hold it here, stay nice and low, nice and strong in your lunge. Have a little look at your front knee, make sure it's not going over the toe. Okay, drop that back knee, that left knee, and release the toe. Rotate your right hand up. And with your eyes, just have a look at that top hand. That's where we want to be looking, that's our focus point. That's it. Keep it nice and low. Good. Okay, rotate your hand back down, tuck the back toe under, push your left knee back off the floor, step out with the right into your plank. You can space your feet apart a little bit if you struggle with your balance. Squeeze the elbows in and drop the chest. Coming down into a crocodile, release the toes. Either stay here with bent elbows or straighten your arms, but that takes it a little bit further into the stretch in the back, in the lower back. So just make sure that's okay. Keep the chest lifted. Pull the shoulders back, draw them away from your ear. Good, okay, tuck the toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. So take a few breaths here. Good, okay, so either take hold of your left leg and pull foot up, or just lunge in, bring your right foot up to meet it, and then we're gonna roll back up. Good, exhale at the top. Okay, we're gonna add some extras, but if it's too much, don't worry. Okay, so we're gonna come up into our extended mountain pose, so press your palms together, inhale, draw the belly button in, brace the core, arms extended above the head. Okay, as you exhale, you can link your hands behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and add in a back bend if you want to. You don't have to stay in the mountain pose if you don't want that back bend. Okay, exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, straighten your back, look up. Exhale, we're lunging back on the right leg again. Hold it here. Now you've got the option here. You can drop the back knee again and release the toe, or stay up in a high lunge. And we're going to rotate that left arm up again. Your eyes focusing on that top hand. That's it. Stack the shoulders one on top of the other. Open up through your chest. Nice and strong. Sink lower. Good. On the next exhale, bring your hand back down to the floor. Step it out into your plank. Push your weight forward. Squeeze those elbows in. Drop the chest. Now you've got the option here to keep your thighs off the mat if you can in an up jog. That's it. Straighten those arms and lift your chest. Or if your thighs are on the floor, just release the toes. Good, nice deep breath. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. That's it, so you're working those heels down into the mat. Tuck your shoulder blades in your back pocket. Okay, on your next in-breath, you can either lunge your right leg forward and then meet it with the left, or bend your knees, push your hips back, and jump both feet into your palms. Make sure your landing's nice and soft. Exhale, and then as you inhale again, draw the belly button in, roll up, and exhale at the top. Okay, so we're going in again. If you want to try the extras, you can do so now. So, extended mountain pose, reaching up towards the ceiling. And you can either stay here or exhale and come into a back bend. Just a baby back bend, nothing too much. So squeeze your glutes together and push your hips forward. Squeeze the back of the shoulder blades together. Good, exhale, forward fold. So we're keeping the belly button drawn in. Keep pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Good, take another deep breath in for me. Straighten your back and look up. Good, exhale. We're going to lunge left leg back. That's it, and then you've got the option to drop that back knee and release the toe, or stay up, rotate your right arm up towards the ceiling. That's it, stay nice and low, keep pushing forward into that lunge, but just keep an eye on that front knee, making sure it's not going over the toe. You want a 90-degree bend and your thigh, your front thighs, to be parallel with the floor. Good. On your next inhale, bring that hand back down, step it out into your plank. Let's hold our plank for a little bit longer. Shoulders in line with the hips. Keep looking down at your mat, so keep your spine nice and long. Okay, slight bend in the elbows, squeeze them together, drop the chest, weight comes forward. You can come all the way down till your thighs are off the mat, or keep them lifted. That's going to test your upper body strength. Good, deep breath in, and exhale, tuck the toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. Okay, so from here we're going to either lunge the left and then the right, or we're going to bend our knees, push our hips back and jump our feet all the way into our hands. If you can't quite get there yet, use your hands. And let's roll it up. Okay. We're going to do that 2 more times. Usually in a class, this is where I would stop talking and I would go around and have a look at everyone. Obviously I can't do that. So I'm just going to go through it silently, or I'll try and keep as quiet as I can. But you guys take it completely at your own pace. If you get a little bit lost and you want to freestyle or make something up, that's fine. I love a freestyle. Yeah? Deep breath in. Let's go. Good going, guys. So it just gives you time to reflect on your own practice, not worry so much about what everyone else is doing. Good, well done, guys. When you finish, stand on your mat with your feet planted and your chest lifted, and just take some deep breaths. Hopefully we're all feeling a little bit warmer now. I am. Yeah, so just take some deep breaths. Let your heart rate return to normal. Good, okay, we're going to go for a little balance test. Nothing too difficult. But now you're nice and warm. Okay, so we'll start on the right leg. So transfer all of your weight into the right leg. Try not to lock out the knee. You don't need to keep it dead straight. Keep it slightly soft. So a slight bend in the knee. Maybe I just need to go further back. There we go. Okay, so hands on the hips or out to the side, whichever helps you with your balance. With the left foot, we're going to tap in front. We're going to come back in. We're going to tap out to the side. We're going to come back in. And then we're going to tap behind. That's 1 rep. We're going to go for 8. So in front, center, side, center, back, center. If you struggle, you only have to tap it out a tiny little bit each way. You don't have to go the full range. Yeah? That's it, keep the chest lifted. Try not to look down at your feet. It only makes you wobble more, I promise. Okay, well done, guys. I'll make it 2 more. Okay, we're going to do an extended set now. So once you've done your 8, we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to take out the tap. So we're literally just hovering, and at no point do we put it back down. If you absolutely have to, put your foot down in the center. So we're going to do 4 like that. If you do start to wobble though, please do put your foot down. Yeah, well done. Have a little shake out when you've done those. Okay. Yeah, just walk the feet if you need to. A little shake off. Okay, transfer your weight into your left leg now. So pressing down through all of the foot. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Lift your chest, brace your core. That's going to really help. Okay, so with the right, we're going to tap down in front, out to the side, and then behind us 8 times. Front, center, side, center, back, center. Looking good, guys, looking really steady. You could completely cheat here and just show me your face, and I would never know. Unless, of course, you completely toppled over, I'd probably have an idea then. That's it, go on, be brave, reach a little bit further. Good, so 3 more like this, is it? At least count when I talk too much. Okay, 1 more, guys. When you've done your 8, we're going to go for 4 contactless ones. Special COVID ones. Non-contact. Can you feel the difference? Good, 1 more, guys. Good, place both feet on the floor when you've done that. Have a little shake out. Feet hip width apart, we're just going to roll our hips. So just make a big circle with your hips, so you're pushing them forward, taking them out to the side, take them back behind you. That's it. Good, now let's take it back the other way. Good, okay, well done, guys. So now I know how good your balance is. We're going to do a bit more. Ah, damn. We're going to go for some single leg deadlifts. So transfer your weight back into your right leg, and again, we're going to keep a slight knee, a bend in the knee, so a softening. You're going to touch down with your left hand, and your left leg is behind you. So we're not bending the knee to come down to the floor, because that's just going to work your quads. I want to work your posterior chain, so we're going to keep the legs straight, but just with an ever so slight bend. We're going to tip from the hips, keeping the back as neutral as possible and pulling in the core. And we're just going to come down and up. Yeah? So you tip from the hips, you then bend from the knee to get down to the floor. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, let's go. 8 of those then, guys. And just tap your foot down in between reps. That's it, give your glutes a squeeze here. The lower you go down, the better, the more you'll feel it in your hamstrings, but you will also feel it in your lower back and your glutes. Okay, when you've done your 8, I want you to go for 8 more without putting your foot down in the middle. Yeah, that's it. All those little wobbles, don't worry about them. They're building up strength in your ankle. That's it, really brace that core. That's going to help you keep nice and strong. That's it, keep your head up, guys. Try not to look down at the floor. As soon as I said that, I wobbled. Yeah, 2 more. Oh, well done, guys. Okay, shake it off. Back to the other foot. So transfer your weight into your left leg. Slight bend in the knee. Let's take your right leg out behind. And we're tapping down with your right hand. Tap the foot in the middle. Good, and squeeze your glutes at the top. That's it. 3. Good, halfway. The slower the better, so try not to rush them. You want to feel it all. Good, 2 more like this. Good, and then we're going to go for 8 more, but we're going to take the tap in the middle out. So you can still squeeze your glutes, but we're just not resting. We're taking out that rest. Is anyone better on one side than the other? This is definitely my worst side, but that's why we do the unilateral work. So we can work on it one side at a time. That's it, 2 more. Good, well done, guys. Okay. Just bend one knee, push the other heel into the floor, and then swap it over. I don't know about you, but I really feel I need to do that right now. Yeah. Okay, take one leg out and just make some circles. With your foot, just roll out the ankle. Okay, take it the other way. Excellent, and the other side. Okay, take it in the other direction. Good, okay, come to the back of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in, hands to the top of your thighs. We're going to exhale, and we're going to tuck our chin in slightly, and we're going to roll it down, just like we did in the sun salutations. So we're going to peel our spine down one at a time. Then you're going to bend your knees if you need to get your hands on the floor. Walk it out. Hold your plank. Then we're going to drop the knees and release the toes. Sit back on your heels and stretch your arms out for me. That's it. Press the hands into the mat. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. So you want your shoulders away from your ear. That's it. Can you see? There we go. Okay, take a little walk over to your right. And now walk it through to the center and then take your arms over to the left. Keep pushing your hips back. You can flip slightly to your right. Good. Okay, walk your hands back to the center and then just push yourself up on your hands and knees. Just look up for a second. I'm going to talk you through what we're going to do next. We're going to continue with our theme of core stabilization, and we're going to do, there's a lot of different names for these. Some people call them plank up downs, some people call them commando planks. Starting to sound familiar? So we're going to start on our knees though. We're just going to push our hips forward and take your weight over your palms. You're going to come down onto one elbow, onto the other elbow, then back up, hand, hand, and And then you go again on the other side. So your hands are under the shoulders, and when you bring it down, your elbows are under the shoulders. Yeah? So you come forearm, forearm, hand, hand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we'll start up on our hands. When we return to this position fully, then that's 1 rep. We're going to go for 8. Right, elbow, elbow, hand, hand, and then go on the other side. You're starting with the hand that you just went up on, and we're going to alternate. And we're going to try and really brace that core and lock in those hips. You don't want any rotation in the hips, yeah? And it's tempting to take the weight out of your arms and push your bum back, but don't. Keep it forward, yeah? Keep that core engaged. You're taking some of your weight when you walk up and down. You have to really brace your core to keep stable in the hips. Okay, when you've done that, sit back on your heels and stretch your arms out. Have a little break, have a little breather. Bring your forehead down to the mat and take some nice deep breaths right into the back of the ribs. And then when you're ready, come back up onto your hands and knees. Now, if this is too much, you can do what we've just done, or you can step out one leg then the other, and we're going to try it in a full plank. But we're not going to do it like people I see doing it in the gym, super quick and all over the place. We're going to do it super slow, super controlled, and we're going to be really stable in our core, yeah? If you do get any pain in your lower back, or if it's too much for your shoulders or your elbows, come down onto the knees to take some of the pressure off. But we're going to go for 8 again. So down, down, up and up. That's it. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. That's it. Keep looking down at your mat. Keep your neck nice and long. Just watch the hips aren't rocking about too much. You want to try and keep your weight in the center if you can. That's it. Good job, guys. You're doing amazing. This takes some core strength, this one. Everybody's least favourite exercise, other than burpees, but there's no risk of them being in today's class, don't worry. I promise. Good. And when you've done your 8 of those, guys, if you just rest in a child's pose, then we'll go for a nice shoulder release. That's it. So we're going down, and down, up, and up. Good. Okay. So from there, coming back to our child's pose, you're just going to bring that right arm, thread it through the left, and place your head on the mat to look in that direction. Keep pushing the hips back, but you should feel a nice release in your shoulder on that right side. Yeah, okay, bring it through, place it back in front of you, and then we're going to bring the left hand under, through the right, place your head on the mat to look at that right, the left hand, sorry, over in the right side. Yeah, okay, bring your hands back up in front of you. Take your elbows out slightly and link your hands together. I don't know if you can see, my screen's pretty dark. But we're going to push our hips back and drop our chest and our head down towards the mat. Can you feel that going into the lats? This time, our bum is up in the air, but our chest is aiming down towards the floor. Good. Okay, come back up, guys, up into your hands and knees. So walk the hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. Let me just see if I can sort out the lighting. Any better? Seems to have gone very dark. Okay, take a nice deep breath in, scoop your belly button in and round your back up towards the ceiling, and exhale, drop the belly button down and arch your back away. So from the side, look something like this. Breathe it in, exhale, let it go. So it should be quite a nice release for your back. You can make the movement as big or as small as you want. Yeah, just do as many of those as you feel you need to, and then come down onto your front for me. That's it. I'm just going to bring the laptop down. Yeah, let's do that. No, apparently made it worse. There we go. Okay, so on your front. Okay, so put your arms up overhead, legs long behind you. Look down at your mat to keep back of your to keep your spine nice and long on the back of your neck. And we're just going to lift up opposite arm, opposite leg, and then fight gravity on the way down, and slowly place it back down. So we're doing super slow and controlled swimmers. Squeeze your glutes. Be careful not to kick out your leg too high. You're going to hurt your back. That's it. So just take it up as high as you feel comfortable, and then control it on the way back down. That's what we're really looking for, is that fighting gravity on the way back down. Push against it. Keep your arm and leg up for as long as you can. And remember to keep breathing, guys. Try not to hold your breath while you do this. I know it sounds obvious, but sometimes when you concentrate in, end up holding the breath. Okay, now you can stay with this, or you can take it into super quick double time. Keep the legs and the arms off the floor, and nice and fast little swimmers. I don't know anyone that actually swims like that, but let's just pretend that they do. That's it. Keep your head down, looking at the mat, and just little movements. It only needs to be a tiny little movement, but just keep the glutes squeezed. Keep squeezing your quads. Keep them lifted off the floor. Good, and relax. Bring your hands underneath your chin. Okay, bring your arms down by your side for me with your thumbs pointing in towards your thighs. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to lift the chest off the mat as we rotate. We're going to end up with our thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. So your thumbs start off facing the inside of your thighs, but you take them outwards, turn them out, and then they eventually end facing the ceiling. So it's like you're hitchhiking. Then as you exhale, lower your chest back down to the mat and turn your thumbs in again. That's it. So here we're getting a really good squeeze on our mid-back. Exhale and lower down. Your feet stay on the floor for this one. Good, and again, just fight gravity on the way back down, make it nice and controlled. You don't have to lift too far off the mat to feel this one. So give me one more. And then just bring your hands back under your chin. We're going to curl one heel in towards your bum, pulse it, and then lower down. And then we're going to go on the other side. So 1, 2, pulse, lower down. 1, 2, pulse, lower down. Just rest your forehead on the mat. Try and really push your hips into the floor. Squeeze the glutes. So heel into bum, pulse it, release. You're working that lower back now. You might also feel it a bit in your glutes as well. Okay, when you've evened out your sides, we're going to do both at the same time. Keep pushing your hips into the floor. Okay, one more. Now release your legs down and just bring one heel in towards your bum. Reach for it and pull it in, and then really push your hips into the floor. Just be careful about where you roll your knee. Try and keep everything in line. That's it, you'll actively feel it more once you start to push your pelvis into the floor or into your mat. Okay, release that side, and then we're going to go again on the other side. So really push your hips into the floor to feel that stretch down the front of your leg and your quad. Yeah, okay, and then we're going to bring in the other leg and squeeze your thighs to enable you to lift off of the mat. So we're going for a double now. That's it, squeeze the thighs, hold it here. That's it, try and lift the chest as well. Good, okay, exhale, release back down. Bring your hands to your side and push yourself back up on your knees. Then I want you to push your, sit back on your heels again. This time we're going to bring our arms down by our side with our palms facing up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to let the back round. That's it, take some deep breaths. Yeah, okay, roll out, guys. Take your hands to the floor, tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down, and then just walk your hands back towards your feet and roll it up back into a standing position. I'm going to have to move my screen yet again. I need like a little robot thing that just follows me round. That would be nice. Okay. Right. So, from standing, you're going to take your right leg behind your left leg. That's it. So bring the left hand by your side, and with your right, I just want you to take it up and over, and I want you to fold over to the left. Get a really nice stretch down that right hand side. You might feel it on the outside of that right thigh as well. Okay, release it on your next exhale. Take a deep breath in. Keep the legs crossed, and then exhale. We're going to come over into a forward fold. Now you need to keep the legs straight here. So if you can't quite put your hands on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Just hold anywhere down that front shin, and just use it to hold yourself in that position so you can feel the stretch. Should mainly feel it on the outside of that back thigh. Yeah, breathe in, roll it up, and step it out. We're going to take the left foot behind the right now. And then we're going to come over to the right hand side. That's it, lean into it, sink a little bit further if you can. Good, exhale, release back to the top, deep breath in. And exhale, roll down, keep the legs straight. Keep pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Good, on your next inhale, roll it up. And step it back out. Okay, we're going to take the legs wide, so wider than your mat, wider than hip width apart. Turn the toes out slightly. Make sure your knees are following. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to come down into the centre. If you can, aim to get the elbows down on the floor. But don't worry if you can't. Okay, push back on your hands, walk it over. I'm going to take it over to the right hand side. Take hold of your leg, your right leg, and use it to pull your chest over the thigh. Good. Okay, release yourself back to the centre, and then we're going to go over to the left. So taking hold of the left leg. So it's just like the stretch that we did in the warm-up, but we're just taking it a little bit further because we're all nice and warm now, so we can. Good. Walk it back into the centre, roll up. Walk your feet in a little bit if you need to. That's it, take your time. Okay, so just like we did in the warm-up, we're going to push our way over to one side. So that knee goes bent. We're going to go over to the right. Your left leg stays straight. And you can hold it here or come all the way down, depending on your flexibility, but we want to get that nice stretch on the inside of the left thigh. So we're just finishing exactly how we started. Good, okay, walk yourself into the centre and through to the other side. Good, okay, push yourself back up into the centre, roll it in. Perfect, take a nice deep breath in for me. Cross your hands over, extend your arms up and cross your hands over at the top. We're going to just sweep round, come down into a squat. Take a deep breath in, stretch it up. Exhale and release. That's it, a couple more, we'll just make the movement bigger. That's it, big scoop up. Exhale and release. And you're all done, guys. Well done. Just hit my lampshade. Whoops. Got to stop doing that. Well done, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
What day is it today? What day is it today? This class is back on
Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So we're back on Sunday, are we? Are we? Thursday? Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
This class is back on Thursday, I think.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's kettlebell. Sorry, that's not true. Sunday. So if you want to come again, we'll do something a bit different, but we've worked quite a lot on your core and your posterior chain. So keep doing the stretches if you feel you need to. That cat-to-cow one's good, or windscreen wipers. We didn't do that one today, but you know the one you lay on your back, arms out, knees in towards your chest, and just drop them from side to side. That's a really good back release. Okay, awesome. Good work, guys. I'll see you Sunday.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.